officially rolls on here in Hialeah, Florida. Blake Chadwick alongside Dan Evans. ERA, the winner of the Go for the Gold Battle Royal. But now we're set for tag team competition as we're going to see the debut of the Qrown. And Dan, let's be ready to be impressed.
And I am ready. They impressed me just by their appearance. They look double tough, two big boys, but they got their hands full with Meto and Lakay, two CCW mainstays. Lakay, of course, and Meto for that, I believe, are undefeated in CCW.
Leonis and Maximus, two men who began their professional wrestling careers about 4 or 5 years ago in the great state of Las Vegas, rather Nevada, in the Las Vegas area, being trained by Qrown as well as Sid Bodie, who we've seen here at CCW. And these two men, very impressive, have a professional football background. They've got the size of a linebacker and the quickness of a running back. And then you see them in recent weeks taking on down in the Ohio Valley area on Platoon Ridge of Al Snow. These guys are really routing themselves and being complete performers. And they said the one place we have to be is Coastal Championship Wrestling.
We got tag teams galore, banging down our doors here at CCW, looking to get in. But this team came highly recommended, and just look at them, Blake. They are put together, and they look like a real tag team, and they look like they're ready to fight. And that's the advantage they're going to have over Lakay and Meto, is that Lakay and Meto are not a regular tag team.
Two physical specimens, two brothers. They know each other obviously like the back of their hands. As Leonis and Maximus God, a very impressive entrance here, leaving the crowd in Hialeah in complete awe.
And here are coming, introducing first, from Bulgaria, weighing at 225 pounds, he is now!
And here comes the winner number 1 on team number 2. Meto, right out of Bulgaria, a man who picked up a victory over the Vampire Warrior Gangrel a couple of weeks ago. A fast rising star here in CCW. Meto, the sky's the limit for this young man.
Absolutely. And one thing I want to point out right off the bat, again, Meto undefeated as a singles competitor. He came out to the ring by himself. Not the sign of a tag team starting things off, Blake.
Weighing at 250 pounds, give it up for Lakay!
And listen to this ovation for Lakay. And he's ready to do some digging here tonight against Leonis and Maximus God. We talked about Meto being a fast rising star. Lakay right up there with them as a blue chipper here at CCW.
Absolutely. These two are tremendous single competitors. I really look forward to seeing if they have what it takes to take on a seasoned tag team like the Gangrel.
And we'll see what happens here, Dan. You have to pick the winner of this match. You have to be in some level of consideration for Benitez and Ariel Levy, the South American Alliance, and those tag team championships. As the crowd looking to plant their flag here in CCW.
Well, the Alliance has a huge mountain to climb here tonight as they're in six-man tag team competition against America's top tag team and, of course, Jack Talos.
Blake Bowman, Johnny Catering, John Hartnett, and the 7-footer Jack Talos. Very interested to see how that all comes down. Of course, coming up later on, the South American Alliance and Bill Alfonso stepping back in the ring, and not as a referee, but as an active competitor.
Wow, that concerns me. I'm perfectly honest with you, Blake. I'm praying for Fonzie.
Certainly worth the price of admission alone to see Fonzie in active competition here tonight. That's a 6-man tag coming up a little bit later on. And of course, Kylan King, who we know is also defending the CCW Women's Championship coming up. But bell sounds, we're underway. Tag team action here at Bash at the Brew. And I'll tell you what, very few times, Dan, do we see Meto physically not outmatch his opponent. He very well could be outmatched here by the Khan brothers.
He's certainly given away about 3 or 4 inches and probably about 25 pounds.
So we'll see how this...
That's Leonis Khan in the ring, is it not?
That is Leonis Khan there, Maximus Khan on the outside of the ring. A little bit larger as Leonis, but again, both men in very top-notch physical condition. They did play a little bit of a linebacker at the professional level. So they currently have that speed and quickness to get right to their opponent.
Qrown now with a side headlock on Meto. Meto looking for a way out.
And look at the power.
He ran right through him, Blake.
And very few times do we see Meto manhandled like that. As we're still in the feeling out process right here, as Meto and Lakay maybe not looking to establish themselves as a premier tag team, but certainly premier players here in CCW. Meto off the ropes, and Meto gives them one right back.
Right up to his feet, though.
And Meto's staying a step ahead here of the Qrown. There's a roll-up, and a quick cover only gets one. Now here comes Maximus. And he's picked up and dumped right down. Look at Meto roll.
Great elevation on that back body drop. Meto in control. And now driving him into his corner. The tag is made to Lakay as Qrown tries to fight his way out of the corner.
And Dan, you alluded to Meto and Lakay coming out separate entrances. Didn't really have the cohesion of a tag team. Now looking to turn the page right here and do some double teaming. Oh! And that looked like it was a back body drop, but they almost just drove him right down to the mat.
Could have been a miscommunication, I'm not sure, but it was effective one way or the other. Lakay now, big scoop, slam.
That's going to dump Maximus one, and a near fall right there. 4 extreme powerhouses in here, Dan. I would argue that you're looking at maybe the 4 strongest men in CCW.
Could very well be. I wouldn't argue with that one bit.
As Lakay sends Maximus right back in to the Lakay Meto corner. There's the tag. In the Bulgarian Punisher. And look at that assist right there. They're looking pretty good together here, Dan.
I was going to say, Blake,
There's a cover.
they're going to make me eat my words. They're doing very well as a tag team, tagging in and out nicely, double team maneuvers, keeping the man on their side of the ring.
There's an Irish Rip reversal. And it looks like Leonis sticks his nose right into the business of Meto. And just like that, Maximus dumps Meto right over his head onto the canvas. And Maximus and Leonis Qrown looking very impressive right here despite the way they gained the advantage.
Taunting Lakay, getting in the ring.
And one thing, Dan, that I've seen since the last time that I actively saw the Qrown in active competition here, they look to be a lot smarter inside that ring as you see them gain the upper hand.
This is my first opportunity to see him, so I can't comment on that. But I like what I'm seeing so far. We're tagging in and out well. Break down the back. I don't like to see things like that, but certainly effective.
Certainly an underhanded tactic when physically they can outmatch essentially anyone in there. But they want to go a little cheap. We'll see how that pays off as this match wears on. As the Qrowns have Meto isolated in their corner here. Let's see how the Qrown does their double team work. And those shoulder tackles just take Meto right down like they're getting to the quarterback and bringing him right down. The Bulgarian Punisher nowhere to go.
The guy on the outside chomping at the bit to get in there. Having words with Kai, referee out of position.
2.5 to the official. As Leonis and Maximus here really taking advantage of Meto and Lakay. Meto has been sort of in the wrong part of town for the bulk of this bout. He needs to get Lakay back in here.
And Lakay's well rested, ready for a tag. Meto really needs to do something to get to a vertical base now as he tries to get back to his feet. There it is. Breaking free with a couple of elbows.
Meto in his unbranded brewing company debut here, looking to become a fixture in Hialeah, the premier event each and every month for Coastal Championship Wrestling. The Irishman to the far side buckle. And Meto, sensing urgency, creates a bit of separation. And now Meto out of the corner charges in, right into the arm. And he's dumped once again over his head. And the Qrown looking extremely impressive here, Dan.
And they certainly are. It was deja vu all over again. An overhead belly-to-belly throw and the kip up. And the Qrown is really dominating this match at this point.
And Leonis and Maximus making the quick tags in and out yet again. Maximus having his way here with Meto. And you have to think, Dan, if the Qrown can knock off Lakay and Meto, despite them not having a lot of tag team success and really competition in the past, looking at them would be a big win for the Qrown. Are they immediately thrust into title contention?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, just by the size of them.
Here's the Irish whip, Meto. A big power slam coming off the ropes. That was the opening he needs. Maximus is down. Meto is down. This tag team out hanging the balance here in Bash at the Brew.
Meto desperately to make his way to his corner. Khan looking up towards his brother.
The referee administering a scout here. Both men trying to make the tag. Here comes Leonis
on both sides.
And here comes Lakay. Lakay ready to chop some wood here at Hialeah. Maximus set for a ride. Leonis there. And now it's going to be Khan on Khan. And it looks like Lakay's going to wear the crown here, Dan. As he dumps Leonis there, right on the back of his neck.
Nicely executed belly-to-back suplex.
Going 1-on-2 here is Lakay. He has Maximus in position. And the sheer strength to just get him up and over. And Lakay's looking for dinner. He's ready to eat, Dan. Lakay is hungry, ready to cook up a meal. And the point of that elbow driven right to the heart, too. And the Qrown, hanging on in desperation, breaks it up. And here comes Meto in. This bout's starting to break down right in front of us here.
Kai made the tag. The question is Meto well enough rested?
As Maximus in position for the suplex by Meto. Lakay paired off with Leonis here. The referee's going to need to maintain some order here.
The Khan brothers gaining control once again. Referee has lost control of this match, Blake.
And Leonis and Maximus look to each other here, going for the double team Irish whip. Lakay and Meto have different designs. Meto nearly folds him and has a spear. 2, 3, and Lakay and Meto win it.
Beautifully done. They really pulled one off there, Blake.
So Dan, entering this bout, we had several questions. Can Lakay and Meto stay on the same pace throughout the bout and have that tag team cohesion again by a more experienced duo? There's also a brother combination, and you saw a nice reversal there at the end. Meto nearly folds one half of the Qrown with a spear. Lakay's able to keep the other at bay, and for the first time as a tag team, Lakay and Meto pick up the victory and remain undefeated here at CCW.
Absolutely an impressive victory. It may be my word, Blake, and I'm happy to do it.
So that tag team bout in the books. Bash at the Brew 1-year anniversary rolls on. Your unrated brewing company in Hialeah, Florida. Women's competition coming up next. The former champion Marina Tucker looking to avenge her loss to Kylan King and get back into the winner's circle as she takes on Qrown Royale. Coming up next.
We'll be right back with ladies in action. Come in.
Do you want to be a mark? Or do you want to leave a mark?
I'm smarter than the average bear.